Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name's Joe. Drink of the day was a pint of Fanta, but I've drunk it all. Today I've been playing some games with Koby. Koby is a leader that has an anti-removal baked in, giving you some pretty favourable matchups in some unpopular decks like Lucci and Teach, but also has the ability to clear your opponent's board even while their characters are standing upright. So we will have a brief deck breakdown. If you don't want to hang around for that, timestamps for the games are in the description. So Koby leader's effects, the first one, your sword type characters can attack characters on the turn they're played. Very similar to something like Corridor Coliseum, if you remember that. And he additionally has a protection effect. Once per turn, one of your characters with the navy type would be removed from the board by an effect, and it has 7,000 original power or less. You can instead put 3 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck. So you do need to keep your trash pretty stocked up with this deck, but having blanket anti-removal on the leader is pretty powerful into most black decks really, and even some key like removal threats like Raging Tiger and Red Rock. The core strategy of this deck is based all around attacking your opponent's board to clear everything they play by battle before it's even had the chance to move. And one of the core cards of this strategy is the 4-cost Kuzan. This is your best play on 4. It's a 4/5/1k, on play mills 3, which immediately turns on your leader's anti-removal effect, so that your Kuzan cannot be cleared by something like a God Thread or a 4-cost Law. Then when attacking, one of your leader or characters with the navy type can attack active characters during this turn. And remember, this combined with your leader effect can let sword type characters, which are all also navy, attack active characters on the turn they're played, which is pretty insane. So what are we really targeting with this? Well, we've got this 6/7 Helmeppo here. He's a 6/7 brick navy sword on play. And it's a long one. Trash 1 card, draw 1 card. Then summon a sword type character with a cost of 8 from your trash. Then that character, at the end of your turn, you've got to put it on the bottom of your deck. So you get an extra guy for a turn. And obviously in a normal deck, that wouldn't do very much. But because of your leader's effect, letting that summoned character attack characters immediately, you get extra board clear on top of playing this Helmeppo. And the main targets for this Helmeppo are twofold. Firstly, 8-cost Koby. This is your boss monster, 8/9 navy sword. On play, one of your characters can attack active characters during this turn. So you place Helmeppo, you summon Koby. Koby gives himself the ability to attack active characters. He's a massive dude for the 6-Don turn. Probably going to have a good shot at clearing whatever the hell your opponent played on that previous turn. And then when attacking, you can put 2 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck and give one of your leaders or characters 1,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. Realistically, this almost always goes on your leader, just to make you 6k for that extra defense. The other main target we have off of the Helmeppo is Hibari. She is a 5/6 brick with the navy and sword types. On play, give one of your opponent's characters minus 2k power. And when attacking, this character gains 1,000 power for the turn, and then if your leader has the navy type, which we do, your leader can attack active characters during this turn. This is an incredibly just efficient stat-lined piece for battling for board. If you can play something like Kuzan, then on the next turn play Helmeppo into Hibari, you can attack with a Kuzan, give Hibari the ability to attack active characters, then she can attack whatever she's minus down, likely get the clear on that because you're swinging 7 into maybe like a 4. And then she also gives your leader the ability to attack active characters. So even if they defend out of that 7, they've got to face another 5 into that debuffed character. And of course, both Hibari and Koby can be played just on their own. You don't have to summon them off Helmeppo. It just gives you this extra body if you do. That's kind of it for sword characters, but how are we going to find all these pieces? Well, we have 4 different searchers. We've got Peacock or Kujaku. She's a 1/01k, top 5 search for navy, nothing funky. However, activate main, you can trash her and give one of your characters 1,000 power. So in effect, this is a free searcher. You pay 1 Don for it, but then you get 1,000 power as well as your search, which 1 Don's 1,000 power, right? So this is just a free search. Really, really nice. And you could, of course, put this on the board and then just use it at an opportune moment. We've also got 4 brand new, you know him, classic navy searcher. Top 3, trash the rest. Building trash for this deck, very important. So brand new, definitely a must at 4. Also, somewhat meaningful body. 4 of the new event, I am the man who will become a Navy officer. This is brand new's effect on an event. For 1 Don. Really good for building trash in the early game, just finding what you need and putting those sword targets in your trash to be resummoned with Homepo. Also has trigger activate main, which doesn't happen much, but it is nice when it does. We've also got 2 of the Sengoku. Some people are on 4 of this. I'm not, and for reasons that I'll mention now. On play, he trashes 2 black Navy cards, and then you draw 3. And that's just the thing. It only trashes black Navy cards, which can sometimes be a little troublesome if you've got good black Navy cards in your hand. But you've got a bunch of red ones like Hibari that just aren't good at this situation. Whereas brand new and the event, and of course Kujaku, are always good plays. Sengoku is sometimes insane and sometimes like not good at all if you need to keep your black cards. So for that reason I've got him at 2 and I've got max copies of all the other ones. In terms of 2Ks, we've got 4 of the Aramaki. He's a new card, you can activate main, trash him. If your leader is Navy, you can choose one of your characters that isn't also Navy. That character can attack active characters this turn, then you trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. Fills your trash by 3 cards, which is great for putting your protection effect online. Lets you start attacking active characters, which is also, of course, very good. This isn't... You're not thrilled to play this out, but when this is good, this is really good. Very good is not good, and you could consider some other options in place of this if you like. He's a 4/5 Navy Black 2K, so you can trash him off Sengoku. On play, your opponent places 3 events from their trash at the bottom of their deck. It's alright into Blue Nami, buffs up their deck by 3 cards. Not the best card in the world, and if you wanted to play Virgo instead, you could. He's pretty funny because you put a Don on him and he can't be KO'd in battle, and because of Koby's leader effect, he can't be KO'd or removed by an effect, so he just kind of sits there and swings 6 every turn. It's alright. Very good, probably slightly better because in that Nami matchup it is kind of clutch. But if you wanted to play something else, you know, go ahead. Also got 3 of the Prince Groose. This can attack immediately because it is sword, and just turns off all of your opponent's chump blockers. There's a lot of chump blocks at the minute. We're playing 1, Katakuri's playing 1, Pudding's playing 1. Sometimes you see the chopper blocker in decks like Reiju, and even in blue-purple Luffy, occasionally. So, you know, this is just not that bad. If it was black, this would be at 4. But because it's red, I've just got it at 3. You never want to see more than 1 in this card. Now, moving on to the blockers. Got 4 Ripper. He's a simple 1/1/1 chump blocker if you have a black Navy character other than Ripper. Very, very good at the minute with all the boss monsters roaming around. And remember, because of your leader effect, your opponent cannot KO, trash, bounce your blockers. The only way they have to get around them is rest, which is really just green decks and purple decks. Any other decks, you're kind of living. Borsalino is also at 2. He's alright, 3/3 blocker, 1k Navy, not sword. Activate main, you can rest him, give one of your characters the ability to attack active characters during this turn. Also hits your leader, doesn't come up that much in all honesty, but he's another blocker, it's not too bad, and you do need blockers with this deck, because we don't have that many resources. Last but not least, Hina. So this is sort of a tech for blue-purple Luffy, but also just kind of efficient. So being a 4/6, obviously very good into blue-purple Luffy, and has this activate main, you can put 1 card back and give something the rested Don. This comes down on the 4 Don turn into Luffy, puts the Don on your leader swings 6, and then on that next turn, you've got a 6/6, and because of your leader's effect, they're not going to be able to remove this Hina, even if they have, for example, a gold thread. So that's the deck. We'll have more discussion about this deck's place in the meta at the end. Here are a few games. Going to go into Blackbeard. Let's see how this matchup goes, right? In theory, he shouldn't be able to remove our stuff, and he chose first. That's interesting. Let's keep this. We've got a decent hand. We've got a couple searchers. He's just going to pass it over on 1. Let's go this. We'll take a... I don't have any of those. Next turn we're doing Kuzan. Don't see when exactly we're doing this brand new. So I guess I'll just grab a 2k. Then we'll go with the Peacock. Hibari is going to be pretty decent. Don't think any of these other cards really do much for me. So let's take the Hibari. Then we'll pass it over. He's got the stage. Very nice. You see the ditch on the Laboon, getting a dot Q. Not bad. Dot Q comes down, hits the board. Attempts to destroy Peacock. We can decline this. I don't know how much I care. Let's go for it. Let's try it out. Let's just say no. And then he's going to hit us with the 5, right? Yeah, we'll take the 5. And he shouldn't leader effect here, indeed. So we'll go just 5 into 0. We don't really care about this dot Q, do we? We really don't. Let's just go 5 into 5. Then we'll deploy this. And then we'll end the turn. We mill 3. Two Helmeppos is rough. We love seeing the Helmeppos. I'm going to let it happen this time. I don't really want to send my entire trash back in case he has an event to get rid of this Kuzan. Because that is going to be pretty important. Next turn, we've got Hibari. Shame we don't have Helmeppo, but what can you do? He's got a Kuzan off of his Hachinosu. Any Jesus? No Jesus in the trash yet, though, so nothing too crazy. I think we'll give him a 2k here. We could give a 1k in the Borsa. Let's just give a 1k in the Borsa. This 5 is going to be for Kuzan, I guess, right? Laboon, sure. And Lafitte. Okay. So, we want to play Hibari. Put this here. Attack 5 with Kuzan. Give Hibari the ability to attack actives. We're going to attack 7 into 3. Give our leader the ability to attack actives. We can play out Ripper. We may as well. We'll go 5 on 1. And then we'll play out the Ripper and pass the turn. So we've cleared the Laboon. We cleared the what's it, little guy. Oh, he wants to remove Ripper. I guess I should have considered that. No, we can't do it because if he does like Liberation here, we get fucked by that. So we have to use leader effect later. Sadly. I do kind of want to save this though. Let's give him Very Good and the Borsalino. Because what's his 5 for Kuzan? Presumably. Gets a stronger off the Hachinosu. Yeah, Dot Q's kind of annoying. I might consider getting rid of him soon. He does turn off our on plays. It's not that annoying, honestly. Kuzan's going to cycle out into Burgess. Let's play out this. We won't get his on play, but Kuzan can sort of do it for us. We got a trigger here. We've got a finger gun trigger. Yeah, I'll use the card action. Send back Helmeppo, and Ripper to decline. We'll go 9 into 7, use the card action. Send back Borsalino and Borsalino. Buff leader by a K. He does counter out of that, but that means this 6 and 7 are going to be hard to counter. Sure. Yeah, we're never doing it that way around because we can't buff this any further, right? Yeah. 7 into 5. We can save this, but then we might lose one of our other characters. This can actually be pretty good here to decline the blocker guy. But I think we'll just let this go to decline Vasco shot. This can be decent for that. But yeah, he's not got that many cards. 6 cards, no life. He needs a blocker at the very least. And we have our ways of dealing with those, right? Does get another Burgess. That's not going to help very much. 8 into 6. What can this cycle out into? He hasn't used leader effect yet. This can cycle out into Vasco, but I think we're just better off saving this than holding on to the Prince Groose. There's nothing in there, right? Like Venorga. Yeah, Venorga. Okay, he does have the Caribou, Turns off our own plays and we draw the Prince Groose. Okay. That's... Well, I guess we get to show this off, right? And there you go. Interesting game against the Blackbeard. Not really sure why he chose to go first, but hey, it really showcases how good our leader effect is in this matchup. Got to get him to blue-purple Luffy. I'm going to take... second and desperately hope he doesn't get the triple ramp. That hand's terrible. That hand's better. We got the Hina. Nothing on 2 really does suck. Because we're not going to have anything in trash unless we counter. I'll play the Ripper. They don't really have that many ways to deal with these. And anyway, we've got our leader effect. 6 on 5. I will counter. Because then we can Hina and attack 6 next turn. So we'll give him the berry good. This is going to be a... Okay, it was a Zorajura. I was expecting the other one. Can't lie. But here we are. We'll go with Hina. We'll send this to the bottom. Put it on here. And get the 6 in already. You've got to get that aggression in against the Luffy. Otherwise, you just get too far behind. Next turn, we've got the I will become a Navy officer. We've also got the Kuzan. If we get something like a Helmeppo off this life, that would be incredible. Don't really want to go down to 2, but I'm quite tempted to. Just to try and dig for that Helmeppo. No Helmeppo there. No Helmeppos anywhere, just a Koby. Okay. Well, we do get the Peacock. We can do a bunch of searches here. Let's start with the I will become a Navy officer. Well, that's not great. We can only take Hina. We can play another Hina, or we can play a Kuzan. I'd like to be able to deal with this Bon Clay, but it is what it is, right? We definitely need to deal with this Zorajuro. He's got to go. Let's go 6 into him. You're never defending that one. Kuzan on here. I think I want to do Kuzan just to develop some trash. We'll use this. Get rid of one of these events. Put it on here. We'll swing him for 6, and then we'll play out the Peacock last. Get 1 card out of him. We get a Zorajuro. Not bad. We'll go with this. That's not great. I was looking for a Helmeppo. We still don't have one. Ripper's good, of course. We can just Koby next turn. It's a little tough, though. Could take the event. I think I'm going to take the Ripper. I really value these chump blockers. Yeah, I really do value these chump blockers. They're really good cards in these matchups. Because he has just so many big dudes, right? 6 on 5. I'm not going to take that. We'll give him the Aramaki here. The Prince Groose, not really good in this matchup. If they're playing any wacky shit, it kind of comes up. We are going to need board space, right? No, we can go no blocker, give him the Prince Groose here. It's safe enough. Okay, that one's pretty good. Now we'll block. Now I'll block. So Hibari's interesting, but I think the best play here by a mile... Is it Koby, though? Because we don't have any blockers. We don't have any blockers. That's tough. That's tough. We can do some shenaniganry here. Let's go with this. It doesn't matter who attacks actives. We'll do this. Go to one of these. Put a dot on Peacock. Attack 1 into 1. Then we'll go to Peacock. Give Kuzan 1,000 power. We'll attack with Kuzan. Sure. She can attack active characters. Why not? For a laugh. For a laugh. So we're going to get some decent amount of cardage here. My problem is I have 1k counter and no blockers. This Luffy's so much better than if it was like a Lin. Maybe I should have took down to 1 there, but it's a tough call to make, right? Now, this can only attack here, but then we do buff leader. Yeah. And now I think we just lose, because we have not been aggressive enough. Not even close. We need that Helmeppo on 6. And this Luffy on 9 was... That was just kind of tough. That was a good play. He did get the double ramp, as he intended to. No triple, and yeah, we can't deal with any of this, which really, really sucks. We can't even deal with 10 into 9. Luckily, he doesn't do 10 into 9. But what is this? Sanji Kata. I think this game's over. I do think this game is probably over, but we'll play it out. You never know. Go with this. Sure. Do you ever want to attack this? I mean, I guess I can only attack this, right? Yeah, it's fine. And we need one for Ripper. We can attack 8 with the Koby. We can put Koby to 7, which is not that bad. Let's do 9 here. Use the card action. Send back Aramakis. Buff him up. We do see a 2k. Very nice. We'll go 9 here. Use the card action. Send back Hibari and Kuzan. Buff him up. We do have one more 8. Okay, second. Very nice. And we do have the Ripper. But we're not in a good spot. We've, again, only got 2k counter. So if he starts doing 11s into these Kobys, we are cooked. However, he is at 0 life, so he might consider trying to heal with Linlin, which would mean he's going to have trouble attacking these Kobys very much. Let's do that. Let's give him the 2k. Give him the blocker. Linlin, sure. Yeah, you can't put anything there. All our dudes cost 8. Yep. Oof. I guess this kind of can't swing, actually. That's kind of funny. That's actually kind of funny. So we can do Helmeppo Hibari. It's not looking good, though, is it? It's really not looking good. Yeah, I think we're cooked. I think we're cooked. If this is a bluff, there's a chance. What are our best numbers, right? I don't think we can afford to go for a longer game. We just got to hope we can do some good numbers and all these go through, right? So this can be buffed. This is at 7. These are at 9. We've got 10 Don. Put 2 on here. That's 9. So we've got 8 more Don. 8 over 3 is 224. So it's 11, 11, 12, 11, 11, 13. I guess that's what it is. Let's just hope he's bricked. I guess that's just what it is. Well, now we might as well go 12-12 because it's the same difference. Yeah, we'll go 12-12 because he took that one. So you're saying there's a chance? Ah, he baited me. He baited me with the cat, but 1k in it, you know? That was kind of close, actually. For blue-purple Luffy, with a pretty decent set of draws. Do you know what? I think that's a pretty decent game. You're not going to get much better than that. We played pretty well. Double Kobe's was really good. We did miss that Helmeppo turn, which was really the difference maker, right? If that Kuzan that we played was just a Helmeppo to attack a bit bigger on those later turns, we might have just got there. Got to give him to Betty, and I'm definitely taking second in this one. This is a good curve. This is a solid curve. Nothing doing on the first turn. We've got Kuzan into Helmeppo with Hibari. It's good, right? We're digging this. He's got the stage. Gonna start getting crazy with the stage. Ditching a Karasu, drawing the 4-cost Ivankov. We've got to set up to deal with that. Well, we're going to be able to because we've got Kuzan. The Kuzan's going to let all our boys attack actives. I will... He can't develop Lindbergh anytime soon. He can have Kuma, though. And we don't have Trash, so I can't play the Ripper. Kuma's too powerful. Can't afford to play the Ripper. I imagine we'll see him play out 3 cost here. Ditches a Karasu, though, so maybe he's ditching them all. Gets a 4 cost Karasu. Okay, he's got a Belo Betty. That's worse than Karasu. I feel like you ditch that before the Karasu, but who am I to say? Let's ditch the Berry Good. Don't think I want that. I don't think I really want to give him a trigger, but a lot of them are this, where it's 5 lives or less. We're always doing Kuzan here. It's just Kuzan, it's simple as. Then next turn's Helmeppo Hibari. It's just whether I want to swing 5. I don't think I do want to swing 5. I think we'll just go with the Kuzan and pass. We mill nothing crazy. Nothing crazy there. 5 Don. You've got to be thinking this is going to be Ivankov 4. Leader effect, buff this. Swing 6 with leader. Which, unfortunately, we can't really counter. It would be 2 1Ks, which is awful. Ditches the Ivankov. Maybe he's got the 5 cost Ivankov. That's also pretty good. Lindbergh's strong too, but yeah, okay, he does have another 4 cost Ivankov. We are going to see the leader effect buffing these. Yep, there's the Kuma. Buff. Lindbergh off the Ivankov effect. We'll take that. Okay, if it's just 5, I'll counter for sure. What is this for 1? Is this a Belo Betty searcher? Their events that cheat out characters cost like 3, right? Come with this. Get rid of Hibari. Draw into a blocker, that's okay. Bring back Hibari. We've got to minus down the Ivankov here. Right. Then we go 5 into Belo Betty. Give Hibari the ability to attack actives. Then I want to go... What's the odds this is 2-1, right? We don't know any of the cards in his hand. What do we see him draw off this, actually? It was the Lindbergh. Yeah, it was the Lindbergh. This is kind of Gamba, but it works out really well if we get it. And he just leaves. Sure, yeah, he couldn't counter that, and from there he can play Koala into Karasu, but he's kind of got no hand. He's going to struggle to deal with our stuff on the upcoming turns. We can do Borsalino next turn, let our Hibari attack actives. Yeah, it's Belo Betty, right? The games are explosive. You don't get much more explosive than that. 1 on, like, turn 3. And genuinely, although he did leave early, I don't think this is really that early. I think the game is more or less up. Got a game into Katakuri. We've got a... It's not a great hand. I'm going to mulligan that one. Okay, this hand is even worse. Fucking 3 very goods, really? That is not very good. Oh dear. I mean, I guess it's a 4-5. Can get rid of his event. What a treat. He's going to get the Kata, going to pass it over. Okay, we get the Hina. He doesn't really play a way to rest this. Sometimes they have Charlotte Oven. Having no searches on 2 feels quite bad. I might hold this just in case. Because we're not going to get cards in the trash for a while here. Like, we might get 1 card in the trash here. If he plays out the pudding and swings 6. I'll counter with one of these berry goods. There's a pudding. Gets the 3 cost. He would have been looking for that this turn. But at least he's got it for next turn, I guess. I'm not going to counter a 7. I will counter a 6, though. Because it lets us put a card in our trash for our Hina, right? Nah. Sure. Well, the Helmeppo's good. We have nothing to summon with it. Let's just do this. Put this at the bottom of the deck. Put it on here. And we'll swing him for 6. And he'll take this one, I assume. Could counter. But And he does counter, fair enough. Gives us Destroyson. Not bad. This turn, he's probably looking for Pero. We know he has the Pudding. So if he doesn't have the Pero, can at least play the Pudding. I do think last turn potentially he should have just swung 7 with the leader, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see what he's got here for 5. He's got a one-piece event, sure. Gets a 2-cost Kata. That's something we've got to be careful of, right? In a couple turns, we now know he has the 2-card Kata combo to get one of those big guys out for 2. So this is going to be 7. We're going to take the 7. Hopefully get something good, either to summon with Helmeppo or just to play. Aramaki, not great. Can't lie. He's not really what I was looking for. Okay. My prayers have been answered, I guess. Feels good, man. The annoying thing is we can't actually use Koby's when attacking. Put cards back, because we don't have any fucking cards. Let's go with the Helmeppo, ditch the Koby. We draw a Hina, we'll resummon Koby. We might as well give him the ability to attack actives. We'll attempt to take out the Pudding, I guess. Or do we just want to get rid of the blocker? Loki getting rid of the blocker, I don't think he's... Let's try and take out the Pudding. Unfortunately, we can't do that. He might just block anyway, to be honest. He lets it go, that works for me. We'll go 5 on 5, and then we'll go 6 on 5. But yeah, the fact that we've been able to build up exactly 0 trash is... It's not optimal. We play 14 searchers. And we've seen none of them. We play 4 Kuzans that say mill. He's used his leader effect on 5, which is interesting. Not sure how I feel about that. We're going to go 6 on 5. He's going to finally take a hit. And then we'll pass. Interesting. Interesting board state, right? He's got to be looking for that Pero now. But like, next turn, he's not amazing. I mean, we've still got no searchers. It's crazy, right? Yeah, there's the Pero. Very nice. We will see a swing of 7. If it's into Hina, I'll defend her. If it's into life, it is what it is. Next turn, we might end up going with his Aramaki. Just to try and build some trash. Because we've got nothing. We've got nothing. Aramaki. That's not a good top deck, is it? Wait, what? Oh, he used it in... Yeah, he used it in our turn. Fair enough. I was a little confused there. As to how he knew the turn. It's because he used it in his turn. He's already ramped. So interesting that he's going back. Sure. 7 on 6. Go no. We'll give him very good. And there's Anana again. Alright, okay. I think I just want to build trash. We might play out another Hina. Probably play out a Ripper as well. Yeah, let's deploy this. Who do I want to attack actives? I kind of just want to take out these blockers, I'm not going to lie. Let's just trash him. Hina, why not? Hina. We milled the brand new and a Koby. Okay, we have something we can sum off a Helmeppo. If we ever see one. We'll go with the Hina's effect. Sending back Aramaki. Give Arrested Dawn to her. We could try and take out the Pero. He's not going to let us though, right? He's just going to block. So let's just get rid of this. The Dawn on Hina at least makes it so that it's an 8 in our opponent's turn. Which means it's outside the range of something like Godthread. Which is okay. We'll go 7 on 5. Try and get him at least down to 2 lives here. Or 3 lives and clear this blocker. Yep, works for me. We'll go with this. Put 2 here. Use this. Get rid of brand new. 1 more. Swing him for 8. He could block. Could also just take though, right? Looks like he's not blocking. 2 2s would be crazy. Yeah, just takes. It gets a 1-piece trigger. So we know he has 1 Kata combo. I'm just kind of hoping he doesn't have another one. I'm not going to lie. We'll go with the Ripper. So we've got a blocker. He has 2 potentially quite large attacks. But it is what it is. We've just had a bit of a rough game this game. No searches at all. It's crazy when you play 14. And Kuzans to build trash, and we've just not seen them. It is what it is. Sometimes you have those games, right? Sometimes you just have those games. Seven into 6, we'll go no blocker, I'll give very good. The only ways he has to like interact with my blockers, as far as I'm aware, is KO. Don't believe they play any resting, so we've got our leader effect now online, 3 in the trash, which is important. I imagine we'll see 2 cat into 8 cat, at the very, very least. After that, who knows? Who knows? Hopefully not double 2 cat. That would be horrific. 7 into 6 again. Looking at our card. It's 8 into 6. Let's go block. Just get rid of the Ripper. I want to keep my board as much as possible. Right? If this is double 2 cat, we are in trouble. I don't think we can come back from that. But we'll do our best. Ah, dear. 5 Don, brother. Come on, make a call. Make a call. You know it's 2 cat. What is this other 3? Man, imagine if this is 2 cat, anana. GG. GG. What's going on? Yeah, we're Peros Pero affecting. Sure. There's a turn, yeah. Look at that. What a treat. 6 Don now. Triple 2 cat match. There's the 1. We're taking our time. Not that big a decision, my friend. Not that big a decision. You can use the effect and you get to summon 8 cost Katakuri from your hand. It's pretty crazy, right? There's an Anana. Yes, there's the big one. Very nice. Well played. Do we have another one? Please no. Please no. No, we don't. Okay. Let's see what we get off this. Helmeppo. Okay, Helmeppo's not bad. Helmeppo is not bad. Prince Groose can actually deactivate these Ananas, which is very, very nice. Let's take the Helmeppo. I'm going to attack. Really tempted to attack, like, 7 to try and bait this Kata to block. Because then we can attack the Groose into the Kata. Summon Koby. Is that too much? Am I doing too much? But maybe we can take out the Peros Pero in that case, right? And then it's hard for him to go for game. 6, we've got 3 Dons. These can both buff themselves to 7. That's bang, bang, bang. If we ever swing 5, it's like garbage. I'm going to go 7. Let's see if we can get this Katakuri to block. Let's see if we can get it. So, I mean, if this doesn't block, this is like quite a bad number for him to deal with. He's going to use his leader effect and give us a 2k. Okay, it works for me. I don't think we have shown him Prince Groose. He is aware of it. He is aware of it. Gonna go another 7. Okay, he's sacking off the block. He's not going to let us do the Prince Groose thing. Fair enough. Well, let's get some value then. We'll go 1 Don here. We'll use this Hina's effect to get rid of the event. Put a Don here. We'll go 8, because 8 is awkward. Can't free block with the Kata anymore. Pretty annoying. Gonna take the block with that. Okay, well now we're gonna go with the Helmeppo. Ditching the Aramaki. We draw another Helmeppo. That's interesting. We'll summon Koby. Give Koby the ability to attack active characters. This can only ever be a 7. Which is slightly... No, this is an 8. Because we have the second Hina. And the Koby effect. Yeah, we're cooking. Let's do 9 and 7. Use the card action. Sending back Ripper and Very Good. Off this. He's going to block. Does he have another 2k? He does have another 2k. We can attack another 8 into this with Helmeppo. We can actually attack 9, right? Not that one. It's this one that we haven't used. We'll ship out Aramaki. Put a Don on Helmeppo. 2k check. Oh, get in, boys. We got him. The 2k check has been failed. 6 on 5. I mean, this 2k check's definitely going to be failed. Yeah, it takes that one. What a win, man. I mean, we haven't won the game yet. Don't get me wrong. We've not won the game yet. But getting rid of that Kata blocker, I see that as a win. In and of itself. Let's go 2k here. We're going to lose one thing. Let's not lose 2. If this is 10 mum, that's a little rough. We might lose 2. But still, he's got no blockers. And if this is just 10 mum, he's kind of not in the best spot, right? We're going to lose 2, but we're still going to have 2 swings and our leader. That's 3. He's only got 1 life. It's not a 10 mum. Must be looking for a Katakuri in that case. Just destroys him there. That's not good. That is not good. Could attack with this, I guess. But I'm not too intimidated. We don't have anything to summon with this other than Prince Groose. Okay, 9 mum, but we can deny the removal, at least. Yeah, we'll lose one of our Hinas here, but it is what it is. Yeah, he will go use the card action. Yeah, and he just leaves. I think he could have played on. He's got 3k counter. He removes a Hina. We have 4 swings. I'm not sure if we win this turn, you know. I'm not sure. We're going to draw Hibari. We can Helmeppo Hibari. Try and remove the Perospero with those. And then swing lethal. We might just win this turn. Either way, that was a... That last turn was pretty crazy with the KO on the Katakuri. That was a big, big turn. Our opponent definitely made some slight mistakes there. But a good game nonetheless. So where do we think Koby sits? I think Koby sits not great, sadly. I was really looking forward to this leader. You know I love the Navy. My namesake, and some of my favourite decks are like Black Smoker and Sakazuki when he was here. They were great fun. Koby is brilliant fun. I really do like this leader. But the blue-purple Luffy matchup, man, it kind of sucks. That matchup is not good at all. We did have one game here. It was pretty close, I'm sure you saw. But in general, that matchup just feels very, very difficult. If you've got any tips for how I can increase my consistency into that, let me know. But in general, it just feels like they go too long. We don't have enough aggression into face. We've got great aggression into characters, but just not enough into face. Into aggro decks like Zoro and Betty, this genuinely feels quite good. Their characters don't get to attack, which is really quite brutal. I have been considering including... where is he? This guy, Borsellino, he's just a 4-6 blocker. But 4-6, right, it's a decent stat line on defense. Can buy you an extra K of counter here and there. And would help even more into the aggro decks. If what I decide to do with this is just become like an anti-aggro deck. Also into removal decks like Blackbeard and Lucci, well, they don't remove anything. So you kind of just build a board. Feels pretty good. And they can't even leave the Burgess sitting there at like 6k because we can attack it when it's active. Koby just comes down, even if they've turned off your on plays. You can use Kuzan's effect or Aramaki's effect or Borsellino's effect to let him attack actives. Maybe clear that Burgess. It's really not too bad. Koby really feels a bit like a metacal. If you can dodge enough blue-purple Luffy, you're gaming. But in this meta, I don't think that's going to be reliable. So sadly, I don't think Koby's going to be the most competitive deck. But it is really, really fun. And if your locals had like more of a rogue scene, this is a brilliant one to bring. This is a very, very powerful deck. Just not into blue-purple Luffy. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.